All right. Hello and welcome. I'm Otis Landerholm. I'm the founding attorney here at Landerholm Immigration A.P.C, where we fight for your American dream. And today I want to talk about how to prepare for a credible fear or a quote unquote reasonable fear interview. And what is a credible fear interview? All right. And so when a person enters the United States and is allowed to enter the United States, and they are afraid for their lives to return to their country, often the first step, and what they want to do is they want to file for asylum. But often the first step in that asylum process is that the government is going to want to do an initial interview just to make sure there's a quote unquote reasonable possibility that the person might be eligible for asylum. Okay? And so that's what that initial interview is. And it's either a credible fear interview in the asylum context, or if there's been a deportation in the past, or if you're going to be doing withholding of removal only, then it's a quote unquote reasonable fear interview. But it's the same procedural issue that the government is going to be asking you lots of questions to see if there's a quote unquote reasonable possibility that you could be eligible for asylum or for withholding of removal. And so how do you prepare for that kind of interview? First of all, you got to know that that interview is like super important, very, very critical, because if it's granted, if it's found that you do have a credible fear, great, then you can continue the process and fight for asylum or for withholding of removal. And if you're not found to have a credible fear, they will start the process to just issue a deportation order. All right. And you can ask for a review from an immigration judge. And I won't get into that right now. But the point is that interview is super important. And so you want to go into that interview with the best chances possible. And in my opinion, you're going to want to go in having prepared with a lawyer, and you're going to want to go in with a lawyer. And even in coronavirus pandemic, you're going to want legal representation. Okay. And yes, we can do this in our offices. We do a lot of this. All right. And so the thing to keep in mind, remember, is that to win an asylum case, you've got to show that you have a quote unquote well-founded fear of persecution on account of, and it's one of these 5 protected grounds. It's got to be on account of your race, your religion, your nationality, your political opinion, or your quote unquote membership in a particular social group in your country. All right. And so we've got to explain your story, and you've got to go into that interview prepared to fully explain your story. But don't just rant on about every little detail that happened. You want to highlight the details that demonstrate that the reason that you're afraid is one of these 5 things: your race, your religion, your nationality, your political opinion, or a particular social group. And particular social group is the fuzzy one. All right. And so, sometimes it's not clear what the best arguments will be. And that's why a good lawyer is so important, because we've read the cases and we know what types of social groups have been recognized by various courts. And we know how to present and how to argue that your situation should be found to be a particular social group or one of these other categories. All right. I hope that was helpful. Just know that the credible fear or the reasonable fear interview is super important. And if you're going in, go in prepared, go in with representation, because you want to get yourself the best chances possible of getting past that point so that you can fight for asylum and or withholding of removal. Thank you so much for being with me. If you've got questions, please let us know in the, you could leave them in the comments actually below this video, or if you really want to discuss it, give our office a call. My consultation team is awesome. We're very familiar with and comfortable with complex asylum cases. We win a lot of complex asylum cases. I'd love to have our office just talk it through with you and see how we could help you if that makes sense for you, okay? So give our office a call. I'd love to get to know your situation, see how we can help. And thank you so much. If this video was helpful, please give us a thumbs up. Please subscribe to our channel. And yeah, I wish you the very best of luck, all right? Thanks a lot. Otis Landerholm, Landerholm Immigration, A.P.C, where we fight for your American dream. Thank you. Bye-bye.